Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's your boy Bruce Wall, your neighborhood sports analyst up against the odds. That's my YouTube channel. This is what you're watching. Like, subscribe, notify. Hey, whatever order, just don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like. But let's get right to it. We're gonna talk about Richard Sherman and Baker Mayfield's altercation. And excuse me, because I'm not feeling it today, but hey, we all go through those days, so all you can do is push through, keep fighting. As long as I'm breathing, I'm fighting, you hear me? But let's get right to it. So this is a quote from Richard Sherman after they spanked the Cleveland Browns on Monday Night Football, to be precise, on Monday Night Football. So what's amazing and annoying was him not shaking hands at the beginning. It's ridiculous. We're all trying to get psyched up, but shaking hands with your opponent, that's NFL etiquette. And when you pull Bush League stuff, that's disrespectful to the game. And believe me, that's going to get us fired up. Cool. So, of course, that would get an opponent fired up, right? But Richard Sherman was lying. He lied. Point blank, period. Now, some analysts gave him a pass. I don't do the passes. Nah. He lied. And then he had a statement. I guess it was today, right? He had a statement. Richard. This is another statement by Richard Sherman. He definitely deserves an apology during a phone interview with the Pat McAfee or McPhee show. Or however you pronounce it, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get right to this story. So, that was Richard Sherman stating that he owes Baker Mayfield an apology. All right, of course, I'm glad he's man enough to say that. But at the same time, is it really about being man enough or the fact that he got caught in this lie? So, you know what? Scratch that. He just got caught in this lie because if he was never caught, he would never would have gave an apology. You know, and of course, I'm assuming, but I'm pretty sure, I bet my money he wouldn't have gave no apology if he, wasn't caught. But how can you not think you're not going to get caught? I mean, there's cameras all around you. You're all our superstars playing on Monday Night Football, the only NFL game going on, and you think you're not going to get caught in your lie. Now, sometimes smart people do dumb things because we're all human, and that was a dumb thing done by a smart person. Richard Sherman, of course, I'm talking about. And also, Richard Sherman, for some reason, you can tell he doesn't like Baker Mayfield. You can tell by the body language how, if you all saw the video, you can tell by the handshake Richard gave Baker Mayfield. You can tell Baker Mayfield knows Richard Sherman doesn't like him either because the handshake they both gave each other. It wasn't a lot of love there. It was more love given to the other teammates, which you can see from both players. Just point blank, period. Also, Richard, partially probably why he doesn't like Baker probably is because how outspoken Baker is, and Richard also stated like he hasn't done anything. Well, not to the point. He hasn't done anything to the point as what Richard Sherman has done or Patrick Mahomes has done. But he's won games. He's actually given hope to the Cleveland Browns. Now, I predicted that the Browns will make the playoffs in the wild card, and Steelers will make it, win the division. But after Big Ben went down, it's really a toss-up now, and Baker and the Browns still should go to the playoffs, but this time they actually might win the division because Big Ben is out, and the Ravens are shaky, and they already beat the Ravens once at Baltimore, so that means they play Ravens at home, which give an advantage to Cleveland, So Cleveland still might make it to the playoffs, and then that'll be a playoff, appearance for Baker. And then maybe also a playoff victory, depending on who they face up in the playoffs and how it's rolling at the moment. Plus, that line needs to get it together, and they need to find their identity. To me, their identity is running the ball with Nick Chubb at first. And why it didn't work Monday night? Well, they didn't run it enough. And the 49ers have a outstanding D-line, which are full of first rounders. Point blank, period. So that always helps when your line is dominating. I mean, offensive line or defensive line. If you have a dominating O-line or D-line, that's the foundation. Along with like a, outstanding middle linebacker or outstanding quarterback. Or decent, regardless. But, Richard Sherman doesn't like him because Baker is, outspoken. And he doesn't act like other quarterbacks. Now, I like Baker, but I don't agree with everything he does. I like Richard Sherman, but I don't agree with everything he does either. So, I mean, to me, it's hypocritical of Sherman, because Sherman was the same person that told Brady, "You're mad, bro," after the game, all in his face. Same person that called out Michael Crabtree and called him mediocre after they won the NFC Championship. This is the same person that goes on, that was First Take at the time, got First Take, and tells Skip that he's better at life than Skip is. Now, Richard Sherman is arrogant. Baker Mayfield is arrogant. But it's like levels to you being arrogant. And sometimes you have to check yourself and should check yourself without being caught. And then you want to do, make an apology, a public announcement or whatever. Like, first of all, in my opinion, don't tell nobody you're better at life than them, because what qualifies you to being better at life? Being more successful? No. Maybe in some people's minds, but no. You can be the most successful. I mean, shoot, Donald Trump, successful. I don't think he's better at life than other people, than the average person walking down the street. I don't think he's better at life just because he's successful. He's an a-hole. Point A, example A right there. So, no, that doesn't make you better at life because you're more educated or got more money. That doesn't, no. And it's hypocritical of Sherman to want to check Baker Mayfield because he's outspoken. Because Sherman is outspoken. Sherman, okay, you can say Sherman, he proved it on the field, but Baker Mayfield, to me, is on his way. But it does rely on some things. Remember, coach, it's a new head coach, first year head coach. They took away their best lineman. So they're going to have to get it together, and some things are going to have to mesh. And also, Odell wanted to work out on his own and not, work with Baker, after practices and stuff like that. But you need to build that chemistry. I'm just saying. That is a dependent position, the receiver is. And also the quarterback. You have to build a chemistry. It's like a merge. You have to build that up. Just saying. And Richard should be ashamed of himself. Probably not. He's probably not just mad that he got caught. But he should be ashamed of himself. It was Bush League for trying to, how can I say this? It was Bush League with him trying to basically assault Baker's character, football character. Because, I did find it weird too, because Baker got mad at Kansas, when he was in college for not shaking his hand. So it was weird when Richard Sherman said that. And I was like, that doesn't sound right. And lo and behold, video comes out. So you trying to bash his character, his football character. I mean, shoot, Baker already, well, I don't like when Baker called out Daniel Jones or when he called out Hugh. I don't like it. So he's already basically made it bad for himself in certain aspects. You shouldn't pile on, especially after victory, man. Take your victory and, man, go home. You feel me? Well, you already, go home, literally. Take your victory and, go home because you playing at home, but, go home. Take your victory. Richard, he does have this habit of just saying anything out of his mouth. And sometimes what he says is right, you know. He's on point with it. And sometimes when he's right, he's still out of line. Like when he called out Pete Carroll and was like, you do not run that play. No, you're a player. You stay in your place. It's a hierarchy. You need to stay in your place. But that's Pete Carroll for allowing him to be so outspoken. You know, I mean, I'm for players, you know, using their voice and whatever and their platform, but you gotta know when to speak and when not to speak, and sometimes when you need to keep it within a locker room. To me, you say that to Pete Carroll in the locker room. You don't blast them out on media. You say that I'm with you saying it, but only in the locker room and to him face to face, or with the team being around. I'm okay with that too, just not to the media. Like, and also you don't say that to the media, what you said about Baker, especially when you know it's not true. And then you don't expect it to get out. Maybe you just wanted some more clout because you haven't been playing well these last couple of seasons, not to the Richard Sherman that we know when it was a Legion of Boom. So now you decided, I'm gonna take this advantage right here, this opportunity. We just smashed them on Monday Night Football at that. And I'm gonna use this. Oh, and I got a pick at that. I'm gonna use this to, to uplift my brand even more, or, put me back in relevancy. I mean, to me, it's just looking like an opportunity, and for more people to speak on this. And to a certain degree, it definitely worked. Matter of fact, no, it worked. But now we're finding out Richard might, what else you might lie about then? And it's okay to lie to yourself and get yourself psyched up or whatever. It's stories that say Jordan used to make up stories and stuff, and he isn't the only one. But you don't blast it to the media. And I believe, and if Jordan did that too, I believe he did. He wasn't right for doing that either. Like, I'm not excusing nobody. I don't care how great you are. A lot of these, top media guys, they do it. I guess they want to keep a relation with the player and stuff like that, and money and everything. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like, if you're wrong, you're wrong. You could be, hey, Michael Jordan, you weren't always right. We all human, so at some point in time, we're gonna be wrong. Point blank, period. It is what it is. And like I said, I like Richard Sherman. Don't like everything he does. I like Baker Mayfield. I don't like everything he does either. Shoot. I don't like everything I do sometimes, you feel me? But I gotta correct it, gotta apologize. That's what make you a man of it. But I believe, like I said in the beginning, Richard Sherman is only apologizing because he got caught. And that's different from genuinely apologizing. So I can't respect it. And only thing I can respect is him not doing it again. And learning from his mistakes. I can respect that. And same thing with Baker. Like, don't call out other quarterbacks for no reason. Like, come on, man. Or get mad at Hugh because he took a job. He got to pay the bills. You going to pay his bills for him? No. So, just remember, folks. Just remember. Don't lie to get ahead, man. Well, I was like, and when I say that, well, let me put it like this. Don't lie on someone else to get ahead. Shoot. Now, if you gotta lie to get ahead in some type of way and it helps you and you do it for the greater good, cool. But don't lie on someone else and try to bash them to get ahead. Alright? It's been Up Against the Odds. I'm Bruce Wall, neighborhood sports analyst. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and notify. Holla.